So here I have a homework help problem that a student sent me that says figure 2 shows the motion of a trolley. Which of the following statements about this velocity time graph is true? So notice that the y-axis is velocity and that the x-axis is time. And it's asking for acceleration because A represents acceleration and S represents displacement. So from a velocity time graph, you can think of acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity, or it's how fast the velocity is changing. So the way you find how fast something is changing is by finding its slope when it's a linear, when it's a line. So the slope equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if we find 2 points on the graph, we can find all of these elements. So first of all, we have a point here at 0, 0, so we can make 1.00. And another point that we can see easily is here at 10, 15. So that makes x1 is 0, y1 is 0, x2 is 10, and y2 is 15. So plugging that into our slope equation, we get slope is equal to y2 is 15 minus y1 is 0 over x2 is 10 minus x1 is 0. So that gives us 15 over 10, or 1.5. So if we know that the slope is 1.5, that tells us that our acceleration is 1.5. So we can cross off A because that doesn't have an acceleration of 1.5, and we can also cross out D because that doesn't have an acceleration of 1.5. So from here, we have B and C is 1.5 meters per millimeters, or excuse me, the first B is 1.5 meters per second squared and 0.3 meters after 20 seconds, and C is 1.5 millimeters per second squared and S is 0.3 meters. So notice that V is in millimeters per second. So that means that our acceleration will be in millimeters per second squared. So we can already tell that our answer is going to be C. But in order to find S, we can also discuss that when you have a velocity time graph, the displacement is the area under the curve. So we're trying to find the area between the graph, that wasn't a very good line, between this graph and the x-axis, or the t-axis, since our x-axis is time. So in order to find this area, notice that that is a triangle. So, and it's a right triangle. So we can use the formula that area is equal to 1/2 base times height. And the base of the triangle is from 0 to 20. So it would be a distance of 20. So 1/2 times 20 times the height of the triangle goes from 0 to 30. So the height of the triangle would be 30. So that we could do 1/2 times 20 is equal to 10, and then 30 times 10 is 300. But since the unit of velocity is millimeters, this would be 300 millimeters, which is the same thing as 0.3 meters. So I hope this homework help question was helpful for you. If it was, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have.